Hello girls and boys, Logan here. Unfortunately I'm running out of footage, so I've decided to reuse some old clips to show you guys some neat PvP tricks. Probably most of them are common knowledge by now, but maybe you can still take something with you. Number 1. Wake up parries. After you get backstabbed or riposted, you can expect a wake up attack. It's safe to assume that the opponent will probably try to punish your panic roll. But if you press the parry button instead, chances are that you can punish his attempt. Try it out, you will be surprised how often this works. This will of course only work if you have your parry tool already equipped. It comes without saying that this is not possible against unparryable attacks. Number 2. Roll-backstabs. To successfully connect with a backstab, 2 conditions must be true. First, to start the backstab animation, your hitbox have to connect with the backside of your opponent's hitbox. Second, his hitbox must stay in range till the active frames on the backstab animation gets activated. If spaced and timed correctly, you can roll inside your opponent's attack, which should position you right next to his back. It depends on his weapon attack and if he goes for a follow-up, if you're able to successfully connect with the backstab or not. Ultra great weapons users are way easier to roll backstab, as long as your opponent decides to go for a second swing. Number 3. Camouflage parry. Nowadays, most people start to mix up and delay their attacks as soon as they notice a parry tool in your offhand, or they switch to unparryable attacks. But there are some neat weapon combinations what let you still surprise your opponent with a parry. If you switch to your parry tool right after a roll or while spinning your character, chances are high that your opponent won't notice it. Number 4. Forward momentum. Don't underestimate the forward momentum on some weapons. If you take phantom range and your opponent's forward momentum into account, you can cover some ridiculous ranges with specific attacks. You can even outrange a charged strong attack from the Fume Ultra Greatsword with a regular straight sword poke. Unfortunately, there are only a few weapons that provide the speed and range to punish whiffs over large distances by reaction. One-handed straight swords and katanas are pretty good. Also some great swords to some extent. Number 5. Pivot steps. You probably already experienced those filthy pivot steps by yourself. You sprint up to your opponent, you see that he prepares an attack and instead a safe roll you decide to space it out. But your character gets stuck in the pivot animation and it's very likely that you'll get punished hard for it. To avoid pivots, just hold the block button while sprinting. But keep in mind that you won't regenerate stamina while blocking. Unfortunately, you can't block while dual-wielding weapons, and the only way to avoid pivots is to never change directions in a sharp angle while sprinting. I'm sure everybody knows about this already, but did you also know that there is no pivot animation for the two-handed greatswords? Those aren't advanced techniques by any means, just some basic things that you probably already knew about. As a rule of thumb, I think you can say that against fast weapons it's a good advice to keep your distance and focus on whiff punish. Unless you are using a poise build, of course, then go all in for trades. Against slow weapons, I recommend to step on their toes and focus on backstab and roll punish. This is especially true against ultra-great weapons with the shockwave effect. It's nearly impossible to punish a whiff from a great machete when you are in a neutral position. Of course, this is all very situational and there's much more to it. But for this video I just wanted to cover some basics. Also, obviously, I've bought myself a microphone and here we go. First time commentary and I'm curious how this one turns out. Any feedback regarding quality, volume and shit is highly appreciated. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to my channel, post in the comments, tell your friends and family and send me some nude pictures and yada yada. Until then, goodbye.